Are leg cramps waking you up at night? You're not alone. For many seniors, those sharp, sudden pains in the legs can turn peaceful sleep into a nightmare. It feels like your muscles betray you, tightening, twisting, just when your body needs to rest. The good news? Relief might be as simple as what you eat. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 fruits that can help reduce leg cramps and support stronger, healthier muscles. Some of these may surprise you, but the #1 fruit, well, it's one you may already have at home. Let's start from number 5. You probably don't think much about papaya. It's just that soft, orange fruit from the tropics, right? Sweet, juicy, and maybe something you had once on vacation. But what if I told you papaya could quietly help your legs feel stronger and cramp less, especially at night? You see, many seniors think leg cramps just come with age. You lie in bed, your body finally resting, and then boom, your calf tightens like a knot, jolting you awake. You might even feel scared to move. You wonder, did I drink enough water? Did I sit too long today? But one thing often overlooked is digestion. Yes, digestion. Surprised? As we age, digestion slows down. You might not absorb magnesium or potassium like you used to, and without those, your muscles can start misfiring, cramping, or twitching at night. This is where papaya comes in. Papaya contains a natural enzyme called papain. It helps break down protein, which means your gut doesn't have to work as hard to get the nutrients your muscles desperately need. And the better your body absorbs those minerals, the less likely you are to feel that painful jolt at 2 a.m. Not only that, papaya is rich in vitamin C, and vitamin C is more than an immune booster. It helps your body make collagen, the stuff that keeps your muscles flexible and strong. Collagen declines as you age, which might be one reason your legs feel tighter, stiffer, or more vulnerable to cramps. But here's the kicker. Papaya also helps fight inflammation. Its antioxidants protect muscle tissue from oxidative stress. And if you've ever felt like your legs are just sore all the time, that constant soreness might not be age. It might be inflammation quietly building up. So now you're probably wondering, wait, do I need to eat a whole papaya every day? Not at all. Even a few slices with breakfast or blended into a smoothie can help. The goal isn't perfection. It's giving your muscles a better shot at recovery and strength. You don't need a pill. You just need to help your body absorb the good stuff more efficiently. And before we move on, here's a question. Have you noticed your digestion slowing down over the years? Feeling bloated more often, or dealing with constipation? That pressure in your belly isn't just uncomfortable. It can also affect muscle tension, especially in the legs. Papaya might be doing more than helping your stomach. It could be the key to fewer cramps, better sleep, and stronger movement overall. But don't stop at papaya, because coming up next is a fruit you probably think of as just a source of vitamin C, but it has a hidden superpower when it comes to blood flow and muscle flexibility. Let's go to number 4. You already know oranges are good for you. You've heard it for years. Vitamin C, immune system, stay healthy during winter. But what if I told you oranges could do something even more important for your aging body? Something that might ease those painful leg cramps that wake you up at night? Think back to the last time your leg cramped mid-sleep. 1 second, you were resting peacefully. The next, your calf locked up like someone grabbed it from the inside. You sat up, maybe rubbed it, maybe even cried out. You weren't alone. That happens to thousands of older adults every night. But have you ever wondered why it hits at night? Why the pain waits until you finally let go. Part of the answer lies in blood flow. As we age, circulation slows down. The vessels that carry blood, oxygen, and nutrients to your muscles start to lose flexibility. So your legs, especially when still for hours, don't get the fuel they need. Muscles get hungry, oxygen deprived, and then they cramp. Here's where oranges come in. That same vitamin C you know and love doesn't just protect you from colds, it helps your body produce collagen. Collagen is what keeps blood vessels elastic, strong, and able to do their job. It's also what helps muscles, tendons, and ligaments stay flexible. But there's more. Vitamin C is also a powerful antioxidant. When your body is inflamed, when tiny, invisible stresses build up in your muscles, it's antioxidants like vitamin C that fight back. If your muscles have been feeling sore, tight, or fatigued lately, inflammation might be playing a bigger role than you realize. So drinking a glass of orange juice, or better yet, eating a fresh orange, might be doing a lot more than you think. It's supporting your blood flow. It's helping your tissues repair. It's keeping your muscles hydrated and oxygenated, all things that reduce the chance of those sudden cramps. And there's something else. Oranges are about 86% water. And if you're like most seniors, dehydration can sneak up on you. You may not feel thirsty, but your muscles do. They need water to contract and relax smoothly. When you're even a little dehydrated, cramps are far more likely to strike. So now you're probably wondering, could a simple orange each day actually help you sleep better at night? Here's what I'd say. Your body isn't asking for miracles. It's asking for support. And sometimes that support comes in a small, familiar package, like a piece of fruit you've overlooked. But this isn't the end of the list, because the next fruit on our countdown might seem small, but it's packed with nutrients that your muscles crave, especially when you're over 60. Let's move on to number 3. You've seen kiwi at the store, that fuzzy little fruit that looks like it doesn't belong next to apples or bananas. You might have passed it by, not really sure what to do with it. But here's something you might not know. Inside that odd-looking skin is a powerhouse of nutrients your muscles need, especially when you're dealing with leg cramps. Let me ask you, have you ever woken up and felt like your muscles just didn't want to move? Not injured, not sick, just weak, like something inside wasn't working right. That feeling isn't just about age, it's often about what your muscles are missing. And for many seniors, magnesium is one of those missing pieces. Your body needs magnesium to help muscles contract and relax properly. Without it, you might feel tight, stiff, or even twitchy. And unfortunately, as you age, your body doesn't absorb magnesium the way it used to. Even if you eat a balanced diet, you might still fall short. Here's where kiwi steps in. Kiwi contains a good dose of magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help keep your muscles functioning like they should. It's not a magic pill, but over time, those nutrients help your legs feel more stable, less prone to cramping, and more ready to support you through the night. But that's not all. Kiwi also brings something you might not expect, vitamin C. And we've talked about how important vitamin C is for collagen, for circulation, for keeping muscles and tissues from tightening up too much. So with kiwi, you're not just getting one benefit. You're helping your body in multiple ways at the same time. Let's not forget digestion. Have you noticed your stomach doesn't quite behave like it used to? A bit more bloated, a little slower, maybe even constipated some days? That tension in your belly can actually make your muscles tense up, especially around the legs and hips. Kiwi is loaded with fiber, the kind that keeps things moving gently, naturally. So even though it's small, Kiwi can make a big difference, not just in your gut, but in how your muscles feel when you move, sit, or sleep. Still not sure it matters? Think about this. If a single piece of fruit can quietly help you absorb more nutrients, reduce muscle tension, and even calm inflammation, why wouldn't you give it a try? The worst thing that happens is you enjoy a sweet, refreshing snack. But the best thing? You sleep through the night without waking in pain. And here's a question worth thinking about. When was the last time you added a new habit that actually stuck? Something easy, something you could enjoy, not force. Because what comes next might be the most enjoyable item on this list. It's sweet, it's beautiful, and it has a surprising benefit for muscle recovery you probably haven't heard before. Let's move on to number 2. You might think of cherries as just a treat, something sweet you enjoy during summer, maybe in a pie or fresh from the fridge. But what if that bright red fruit could actually help calm your muscles and help you sleep through the night without being jolted awake by a leg cramp? Let me ask you, have you ever had a night where the pain hit so suddenly you couldn't go back to sleep? Maybe it took over your calf, maybe your foot curled, and no matter how much you massaged it, it just wouldn't release. You tried walking it off, stretching, maybe even tears, and after all that, you were just tired. Not just your body, but your spirit. What if part of the answer isn't in a pill or cream, but in a fruit? Tart cherries contain something powerful, anthocyanins. These are natural compounds with strong anti-inflammatory properties. Your muscles? They deal with tiny bits of stress all the time. That tension, that wear and tear, over time, it builds, especially when you're older. And inflammation is what keeps that cycle going. The more inflamed your tissues are, the more likely they are to spasm, to cramp, to ache when you're simply trying to rest. Cherries help break that cycle. But there's more. Tart cherries also contain melatonin. That's the hormone your body naturally makes to help regulate sleep. As you age, your melatonin levels drop. That's why your sleep gets lighter, shorter, more fragile. When you add cherries, especially in the evening, you're not just helping your muscles relax. You're helping your brain stay asleep longer, more deeply. Now maybe you're wondering, do I need to drink cherry juice every night? Or is eating the fruit enough? The answer is, it depends on you. Some people respond well to just a handful of fresh cherries. Others benefit from a small glass of tart cherry juice before bed. But what matters more is the routine, the habit, giving your body what it needs to rebuild, night after night. You might be thinking, that sounds nice, but I've tried other things before. Nothing worked. And that doubt? It's understandable. Many seniors feel the same way. You've tried stretching, hydrating, even medications, and still the cramps come. But here's something to consider. What if your body isn't broken? What if it just needs time and the right tools? What if something as simple as a piece of fruit, taken consistently, could ease the pain you've come to believe is just part of life? Because coming up next is the one fruit that's helped more seniors than any other. It's affordable, familiar, and easy to add to your day. And for some people, it's the one thing that finally made a difference. Let's find out what's at number 1. You've probably had a banana at some point today, or maybe yesterday. It's simple, it's soft, it's easy to eat, even when your appetite is low or your hands aren't as strong as they used to be. But what you might not realize is that this everyday fruit could be doing far more for your body than just filling you up. Have you ever had that feeling when your leg tightens suddenly and it feels like you're being pulled from the inside? You reach for your calf. It's hard, like a rock, and for a few moments, nothing helps. That moment is terrifying. And when it happens again, the next night and the next, it starts to steal your peace. You wonder, is this just what aging feels like now? Here's the thing. Your muscles need potassium to function correctly, not just to move, but to release. Without enough potassium, muscles cramp. They lock up. And over time, your body starts sending you warning signs. Tightness, twitching, spasms. The kind that hit hardest when you're at rest. Sound familiar? Bananas are rich in potassium. Around 400 to 450 milligrams per medium fruit. That's about 10% of what your body needs daily. And when you eat one every day, you're building up your body's defense against cramps from the inside out. But potassium doesn't work alone. It teams up with magnesium and sodium to maintain your electrolyte balance, the exact thing your muscles rely on to stay relaxed. Think of your muscles like electrical wires. If the signal gets scrambled, if the fluids are off, even slightly, your legs don't behave the way they should. And here's something else. Bananas also contain vitamin B6. It's not talked about much, but it plays a critical role in how your nerves talk to your muscles. Without it, even the most well-fed muscle can spasm. Still wondering if it's really this simple? There's a reason many seniors online are saying, "I started eating one banana a day and the cramps disappeared." It's not magic. It's biology finally working the way it's supposed to. And that's what gives you hope. Because when you've tried so many things and nothing worked, finding something this easy, it can feel like getting your freedom back. But I want to ask you something. When was the last time you did something small, consistently, and felt the difference in your body? What if the change you've been waiting for didn't come from a new medication or another appointment, but from a yellow fruit sitting in your kitchen right now? Bananas may be common, but when it comes to muscle health, they're powerful. And for many older adults, they're the quiet hero that finally helped them sleep without pain, walk without fear, and feel a little more in control again. So now you've seen all 5 fruits, but which one will you try first? Or maybe, will you try them together? Let's wrap things up. So maybe now, leg cramps don't feel like such a mystery anymore. Maybe you've realized that your body hasn't been failing you. It's just been asking for the right kind of support. And sometimes that support isn't complicated. It doesn't come from a prescription bottle. It comes from a banana, a kiwi, a bowl of cherries at night. If you've been waking up in pain, if you've been afraid to stretch your legs because you're not sure when the next cramp will hit, then I hope this video gave you something more than just information. I hope it gave you a sense of control again. Because you deserve to move freely. You deserve to rest without fear. You deserve to feel at home in your body again. But I have to ask, what will you try first? Will you add a fruit to your breakfast, slice up some papaya with lunch, pour a small glass of cherry juice before bed? And if it works, will you come back and tell someone in the comments? Because maybe your story will help another person. Someone who's still scared, still tired, still waking up in pain every night. This isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing one small thing and seeing what changes. If this video helped you, if it made you feel a little more hopeful, then don't forget to subscribe. There's more coming. More gentle, science-backed ideas to help you feel stronger, sleep better, and live with less pain. So go on. Try a fruit. Try a habit. Try again. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a step on this journey to feeling better. You're not alone, and you're not done yet.